Hello, and thank you for watching this instructional video on how to find ebooks using Galileo. Uh, I realize that as a student, you may be an online student, you may be a parent, you may have a full-time job. Whatever the reason, it may be difficult for you to come to the library and find physical copies of books on shelves. And that's okay. You have thousands of ebooks at your fingertips, so you can do this from the comfort of your own home or on campus. So let's get started. Let's first find a good web browser to use. You can use Mozilla Firefox. I think I'm going to use Google Chrome, and the reason why is because it works a little faster for me. And you'll pull up the web page, and then you can type in gsw.edu, which is the Georgia Southwestern State University homepage. All right. Okay, so once you're at the GSW homepage, you'll look at the blue banner up top here, and you'll click on Library. This will direct you to the library page. Underneath the James Earl Carter library photo, you'll see useful links. Go to the third link, which is Galileo. So now that you're at the Galileo homepage, we'll start by doing a Discover search. For this example, let's say that we are in Composition 2 and we have to do a literary analysis on Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher. Now we've already looked at tons of articles and we're very happy with those results, but we just also want to see what ebooks are offered. So how would I do this keyword search? Well, first I would start with the author, and then I would start with the title of the short story. Now, some of you may think this is a short story, so why would the title of the short story be right here? Because we're looking at ebooks, which are going to be full text books. And usually that is the case. A short story will usually not be the title of a book, a full-length book. There are rare occasions where that is possible, but for the most part, criticism on a author, you're not going to find the title to be the short story. But see, this is very smart. Galileo is very smart. So not only are we doing a keyword search on titles, but also on the content within the book, within the ebook. Alright, so I've got Edgar Allan Poe and Fall of the House of Usher, and I'm going to click the magnifying glass and search. Okay. And we've got 4,500 plus results. Don't be discouraged. Don't have information anxiety. It's okay. We can always refine these results. I can add mental illness, for example. I read that short story, and I think it's about mental illness. Matter of fact, I think it could be about bipolar disorder. I could limit that to bipolar disorder. The reason why I'm keeping it a little broad is just because I'd like to see what all there is to offer. We're looking at ebooks, not articles, and so ebooks, you might want to start a little broader and then kind of narrow it down later. So my keyword search is Edgar Allan Poe, Fall of the House of Usher, and I have 4,500 plus results. I want to narrow it down. If we're doing articles, you can narrow it down to scholarly peer-reviewed journals, full text, but we're not doing articles right now. We're doing ebooks. So let's limit it by type. As you can see right now, it's on all results. That includes academic journals, reviews, books, magazines, and much more. We just only want it to do ebooks. So we'll click here on this box, and now we're down to 558. I recommend looking at the first couple of results. The reason why is because we see Edgar Allan Poe in the title. We don't see Fall of the House of Usher in the title, but probably, more than likely, you'll see that Fall of the House of Usher falls into the content. Somewhere along the line, it is picked up on that phrase within this book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the book, and I'm going to open up the PDF full text. Now you can find what's within the book by two different sections. Usually a book will have one or the other. Sometimes they'll have both, and some occasions they won't have either. But we're just going to hope for the best here. And what I'm going to start looking for is the table of contents. Books can also have indexes. Table of contents comes first at the beginning of the book. The index comes at the end of the book. Both show page numbers where content will appear. So I'm just going to go forward here, and this looks a lot like a paper Kindle White to me, Kindle Paperwhite. So if you're familiar with that style, this should be right on. So this is next page, this is previous page. So I'm looking for the table of contents, and I'm here, contents, and I see Fall of the House of Usher. So it did pick up on Fall of the House of Usher. And I see plot summary, list of characters, critical views, and a couple of critical views here on Edgar Allan Poe and Fall of the House of Usher. I see Roderick Usher, Reality and Madness. Ooh, that's great. That's perfect. That's on page 21. So to get to that page, I can either just keep on clicking until I get to page 21, or I could just type in 21 and hit enter. I'm here. This will be a great source for my literary analysis. Alright, let's look at a different method. We can go back to the Galileo homepage, and this time we'll click on databases A through Z. If we click on E, you'll see that there are two main ebook collection or ebook databases that is used in Galileo. eBooks on EBSCOhost and eBury. Let's start with eBooks on EBSCOhost. We click on there, and what you'll get is a format very much similar to what we saw with the Discover. And sponsored by EBSCOhost, of course. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this time, and we're going to focus on business. Our class is business. Our topic is Mark Cuban. I love Mark Cuban. Love him on Shark Tank. Think his life was very interesting, and he did a great job in Sharknado 3 as the president. So I'm typing in Mark Cuban. I found a bunch of articles on him already. I only found one book, but that's okay. See Net Entrepreneurs Only. So let's click on it. Let's go to PDF full text. And once again, we're looking for a table of contents. There it is. We're looking for Mark Cuban. Not seeing him. Let's go to the next page. Oh, there he is. Last chapter. Page 185. Every business in the world is a potential customer. Sounds great. So 185, hit enter. And there's a picture of Mark Cuban right there. And there's the text of the story, or article, or recording, or whatever this is. Alright, so let's do one more real quick. I'm about to run out of time here. You only have 10-minute recording sessions. So let's click on the eBury. eBury is a little bit different than the rest of them. For eBury, let's focus on physical education, and let's do resistance training. So I'll click on resistance training and see what all I can find. And strength and power in sport looks promising. I'm going to click on it. Now, as you can see, you can't pull up the full text PDF. This is a little bit different. I'll tell you why. It says available for full download, check out for 14 days. So it's actually more like a real book. You go to the library, you check it out. No one else can check this book out until you return it. So that means be sure that you want this book, because once you check this book out, no one else can check it out for 14 days. So you get to keep it for 14 days. Alright, take a look at the table of contents. Alright, and if you like what you see, go ahead and download it. You can read online. And I'm going to type in resistance training. And I see that we have 326 results for it. So 326 times that appears. Alright guys, I'm about to run out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording. If you need any more help, remember to contact